fall, looking for houses every Sunday to look at, place for it.
I'm going to check this real quick, just to make sure it's still going.
But they said they wanted a house maybe with 2 acres or something like.
And that's when you found the one out there?
Well, we found that and we thought that was a good deal, but it was 10 acres. And they wanted to sell 10 acres. And they said, well, they didn't care about 4, so they went to look at it and they said, oh, well, it's not very far from the, either Leavenworth Road, or it wasn't too far to State Avenue. So they said, oh, they just will build by the whole 10 acres instead of 2 acres. So they took the, bought the whole 10 acres. Then they turned around, then they sold some to this, some builders, but they kept, 2 lots beside their own house. Then later on, we was building, and she said, well, what are you going to buy with 2 lots? So we bought the 2 lots and built the 2 houses up there.
Oh, the ones to the
North
of her.
Uh-huh.
The 2 houses just to the north of her.
Yeah, the 2 houses to the north, that we built. So they just, she's got this, she's got a pretty long lot where she's got now, so. But we looked all over, and that was the best deal we could see, and reasonable that they would want.
So Emily was the last one to leave, and then Grandma lived by herself.
Yeah.
Great grandma lived.
Well, Mom and Dad lived by herself. I think they must have got married just before they moved here, because I don't remember Emily living here, because our house wasn't finished when we moved here. Emily must have got married a few days before, or what? I can't remember. Or maybe a week before we moved here.
But she got moved here, and she got married here in Kansas City.
Yes.
And then moved to Michigan.
Yes. Because Bob had a job in Michigan. See, he was originally from Kansas City, and he worked for R.C. Can. And Emily did too. Well, then they closed up. And then Emily worked for some kind of a chocolate factory. And then he got a job up at Saginaw, Michigan. So then he came back here, and he got a job right away down at, where is it? But they make all these plastic for ice cream and cups and stuff like that.
I don't know.
It's down in Fairfax.
I wouldn't know.
And he got a job, and he was a maintenance. Well, he was good. He was really good about fixing things, and even for wood, he'd turn around. He had lathes and stuff down there, and he'd turn around. She's got a bedroom, antique, and they had go around a thing that they was glued on, for fancy work. He turned around. It was missing some. She bought this one, and he made stuff like that was missing. And he was really handy. Handy about anything, something like that way.
Okay.
But then anyway, they came here, and then he seemed to like it, and he worked on that house too, because it needed work. The house did need work. Needed a lot of work and all.
So where did you meet Grandpa at?
Well, I tell you what, during the Depression, people, for jobs and all this, so this one fellow turned around, he had a bread shop. And he was single, and he knew birds. So he used to always come, we always buy bread. See, this would we'd get fresh bread, we wouldn't have to go to the store. So they would come out, or they had rolls, if you want rolls and stuff like that way. So he came out with him. And he came out more than once, and then they come out during the, when they didn't bring the bread or anything.
Then you know something's going on.
But anyway, he said, he wanted to, when he could come out, we just to talking and all that way. Then he asked me for a date. Well, he come out for, the date, and this other fellow, Fern Mullins, I guess, Mullins, I think is what his name was. And when he come out to go in the car, everybody jumps in the front seat with Bird. I'll never forget that.
So Bird, did you call him Bird at that time?
Bird, his sister always called him Bird.
Because she couldn't say Andrew.
Because she couldn't say Andrew. So anyway, I didn't say nothing. I went along with this this other fella,
What's the other guy's name?
Fern,
Fern.
Fern Miller.
So Fern would always come out and talk to you and Emily both?
Both, yes.
And then he'd bring Bert.
So
Okay.
anyway, I left it go that way. Then if I got it a week or so later, Bert asked me to go out again. We went by ourselves. That's this time.
Oh.
But I'll never forget.
Emily jumped in the front seat.
Up in the front seat. I'll never forget. I shouldn't say that, but
Where'd you guys go?
well, the first time we went out to get something. We got a Sunday. This is where we used to go to these drugstores and you honk your horn.
Uh-huh.
And you can get you a Sunday or soda or just anything you want.
So someone came out and took your order and then
They
what
take
that
your order,
did?
they come in and they, you tip them and,
You sit in the car and eat your Sunday.
yeah, and you sit there and eat.
So a week later you went out on another date.
Yeah, I don't know what their name.
That was just the two of you. It wasn't a double
two of
date.
us. And then they kept on going. Well, then I said, oh, I don't know if I want to go. And Emily said, oh, go ahead. See, Mom went up to to Cleveland, Ohio. You know, I went once or twice with him, and I said, okay, I'm not interested. You know, I tell you, some of these men that I knew, they was drinking and stuff like that, it just irritated. That's one thing Bert didn't. I started to drink once or twice there, but after that, but I'd take his brother's drink, and it turned him against it. And he would never go out to eat in a restaurant that served beer.
Oh.
Because when we went out on, what do you call it, vacations and stuff like that way, if they served beer,
Never ate there.
he would never go, no.
So how old were you when you first met him?
Oh, I went with him about 3 years, so let's see, I was 29, so I must be 26.
26.
I was about 25, but I tell you what, the first birthday, because it was before I was 26, he turned around and came and gave me a necklace and a ring. I still got it. It's this ruby ring and ruby necklace. And I was so surprised, because I wasn't expecting nothing, you know.
Uh-huh. Because you hadn't known him that long, or?
Oh, I didn't know him that long. I guess it's more that's maybe a month or two, maybe something like that.
Well, he must have thought you were pretty
3 months or
special.
something like that way.
He must have thought you were pretty special.
I don't know. Well, you know, he asked me to get married more than once, you know, and I said, oh, well, if I did get married to Catholic Church, I told him that one time, just see. Well, I thought, I don't know what I told I got to think of it afterwards, that was, I was been treated very nice. Again, he was considerate and kind. You fall for something like that.
Yep.
Very.
So it wasn't like he knocked you off your feet at the
Oh,
beginning?
no, because, fellas, to me, you work with, we had some boys that worked, and, worked, and we had neighbors in that way, and the boys, I don't know, we just didn't think. We went out and had a good time, and just like your brothers, sisters, and stuff like that way. Now, isn't that funny? We had a good time, like sleigh riding, we, right here, let's see, Tony, right here, he did one of these, not a sled, bobsled.
Uh-huh.
And we bobsled, and what's the worst part of it? I guess we shouldn't have did it when we went behind the car.
Oh, the car would pull you?
Well, of course, most up the hill, but if you went anywhere else, And we used to bobsled, right? And that's what we did in the wintertime. Sleigh ride.
Sleigh ride.
And get all wet. And we used to, across the street, which was really hilly, we'd go to the top of the hill and go like this way. And Mary, I guess it was about 5, 6 feet. And Mary went over, that's when she was home yet, we was, doing it. And she went over the thing, and they had like a little wire, fence. But it's a good thing she didn't hurt her fence. But she bothered her next time. And she was scared. She was so scared to tell Mom.
Oh, she went in there.
Hello? Hello? Waddell? Yes? I wouldn't be interested in anything right now, thank you. I didn't hear something at all. I don't hear very good, so. Oh. But anyway, I even forgot what